On November 7th local time, a Salvadorian court upheld the suspension of El Salvador's free trade agreement with Taiwan. And we have noted that Salvadoran President Bukele and the Chinese side jointly announced that both sides will begin free trade talk and finalize the treaty as soon as possible. Do you have any comment?
当地时间11月7日晚
On the evening of November 7th local time, the Constitutional Chamber of the Supreme Court of Justice in El Salvador ordered the cessation of the effects of the protective measure for the so-called free trade agreement with Taiwan. This marks the complete abrogation of the deal. China applauds that El Salvador has chosen to stand on the right side of history and made a decision that serves the fundamental and long-term interests of both countries. This again shows that upholding the One China principle is an overriding trend that represents the overwhelming consensus of the world and enjoys popular support. This is a trend that no force can hold back. Today, China and El Salvador jointly announced that the two sides are ready to start talks toward a free trade agreement as soon as possible and will make joint efforts for an early conclusion of the deal. This speaks volumes about the shared desire of the two sides to deepen bilateral ties and upgrade economic and trade cooperation. In recent years, acting upon the common understanding reached between the two heads of state, China and El Salvador have broken new ground in the development of bilateral relations. China stands ready to work with El Salvador to strengthen the momentum of growth in bilateral ties, fully tap into our potential, and foster new highlights in cooperation so as to create a better future for China-El Salvador relations.